Good morning, this is Rob from GRAF, and this week we continue our series with Peter McSporran. Peter this week discusses his move from Zimbabwe and choosing a country to move to. He looked all over East Africa and ended up choosing to move to Zambia, the next door neighboring country to his home country, Zimbabwe.
So everyone had to leave. They spread all over the world and all over Africa. You checked out a lot of countries, did you? Or how did you end up in Zambia?
Yeah, no, I visited a lot of countries. So I didn't visit West Africa. I thought that was a step too far, but certainly the whole of East Africa and Central Africa I had a good look at. And yeah, for a number of reasons, I've chose Zambia, and it was virtually the last choice because it had such a poor reputation. It was poorly governed, we thought at the time, but when we went there, it was peaceful. But the biggest challenges in a lot of the other countries was the legal system or the law, especially for Mozambique and Francophone countries. Their laws were totally different to ours. So I was somewhere to find English law that we could at least understand. And the other thing important about Zambia, it was a peaceful country. I'd never been at war. So Zambia, whatever else you could say about Kunda, up until the 90s, he had a very peaceful country.
Yeah. And do you think that's still important today, that law aspect? Because I suppose Francophone Africa will all be following Napoleonic law or Latin-based law. Is English common law actually worthwhile when you consider what happened in Zimbabwe?
I think it's very important that, well, any law is very important that you can understand. If you're going to operate in a country, you have to understand the law, the limitations and the extent of it. And if you don't understand it, people are going to exploit your ignorance, so to speak. And that can very easily happen in Africa. And even where the law is there to protect you, it's sometimes bent. So you need to be in a country where there is some form of law.
At least you got something to work with.
Yeah.
What sort of welcome did you get, and what sort of welcome did other Zimbabweans get across Africa?
I mean, a lot of African countries really wanted us to go there and start farming, but they didn't understand what was required for farmers. They didn't understand that we needed title, we needed security. They didn't understand that we needed support. We needed support in the form of whether it was someone selling a tractor or being able to fix or weld a machine. If there's none of that support, it's very difficult. And then they seemed to think that land was just enough. They didn't realize that there was a lot of work to get land productive, not just the clearing of the land, getting the fertility up. And then more importantly, you needed good roads and you needed electricity, because I wouldn't go farming in Africa without irrigation. But there seemed to be a lack of understanding. Well, there was a lack of understanding, having no commercial agriculture in those countries, what a commercial farmer needed. At least in Zambia, there was some understanding, and certainly there was a very good reception. And there was still quite a number of commercial farmers still operating in Zambia who had gone through the really rough times. So the banks were aware of what was required, while countries like Tanzania, Mozambique, they all promised a lot, but there was nothing there, and especially the banking system and the legal system to title of land just didn't exist.
Yeah.